what's up, Frankie Diamonds TV? This is the I Got the Hook Up 2 movie review. Uh, so this came out Friday, July 12th, 2019. And I watched the MasterP Breakfast Club interview. It was real powerful. Black ownership, black entrepreneurship, and I fucks with that. But I got off Friday, I got a couple checks, I was feeling myself. I said, yo, I'm gonna go see this shit. And then, of course, it's in select theaters. That's how they do us. And then something came to me and I said, am I really gonna pay $12.50 to see I Got the Hook Up too? When the first one wasn't that good. Now when the first one came out in '98, I was a kid. I thought it was funny. It was whatever. It was the height of the cell phone boom was coming up, and when you a kid, you think a lot of shit is cool, and then when you get older, you be like, you watch it again, and you like, this shit is stupid. But so I Got the Hook Up too. It stars Master P as himself. He's coming back doing his role from 20 years ago. I don't know who requested this movie, who requested the sequel, but I just think he could have put out something more serious and more in depth than this. I don't think anybody was requesting a sequel. AJ Johnson is his brother, is back. Blue. I'm just glad AJ Johnson got a check and he got off that Hollywood unemployment. Lil Romeo Miller's in it. He's a cop in this movie. Fat Boy, they got some Instagram people. Fat Boy SSE is in it. He's Blue's son. DC Young Fly, Just Hilarious, G Thing. So they got pointless cameos in this shit also, like Webby, Jeezy. And I'm happy for Fat Boy SSE and DC Young Fly, but I think their characters wasn't really needed in this movie. If you watch it, you're like, did they really need that? No, they just put them in there so they get their fans to watch it, which is smart, And Master P will put young comedians and young up and coming actors in his films, and I always thought that was dope of him. But from a comparison, the only thing about this that was better than the first one was the camera quality. Me be for real with you, man. John Witherspoon was back as the uncle. Instead, he had a pawn shop in the first one. This time he's got like a yoga class with strippers or some shit. I mean, you got your comedy relief moments here from certain comics and stuff, but a lot of it was pointless cameos. Jess Hilarious is a cop. I interviewed her like 3 years ago on my podcast, Leisure World Podcast. I did this like 2015. So I'm happy to see her, getting on the big screen and all that. But, I mean, the premise of this movie is really simple. I could have swore the first one was in New Orleans, but this one seems to be in L.A. Of course, they had the Nipsey Hussle murals all over the walls in the beginning of the movie. They're facing gentrification. A white business owner, they come up to Master P and his brother, and they like, yo, we want to buy y'all burger shop. And he's like, no. Master P's like, no. We the only black owners on this block. We gonna stay here. We gonna have something to pass down to our kids. Y'all not taking this. They offered him $2 million. His brother, of course, is like, take it, take it. Master P's looking at the big picture like, no, man, we gotta be because everything else has been wiped away, gentrified. So they did talk about that. That was cool. In the premises, Master P and his brother are behind in property taxes. So if they don't come up with a certain amount of money to get the property taxes back, they're going to lose the business anyway to the city. So that's the premise of it. And then, of course, to get that money back, they go back to the old cell phone hustle from they did back in the 90s, where they were selling the bootleg phones out of the trunk and shit. So they still like $300,000 in phones. And that's the premise of the movie. I'm not gonna give it away. If you want to give it away, whatever. It's a Fire Stick movie. It's not something I would go see, but I'm not gonna tell you not to go see it. If you want to go see it, spend $12 or whatever, go see it. But I mean, that's the premise of it. They got to get that money to save their business and keep that black ownership in the family and just in the neighborhood. So the premise is cool, but I mean, cell phones are so cliche now. I mean, who don't got a phone? Most people got 2, 3 phones. So a cell phone don't mean what it meant in 1998 that it means now. But that's the premise of the movie. It'd be fun to see some pop-up cameos from here and there. You'd be surprised, like, oh shit, that's Jeezy, or oh, that's Webby, or oh, that's, but it's not one of those movies. And I think hood movies have just kind of passed by. We're more intelligent than we were 20 years ago, and I think that's why these hood movies just don't do as good. I mean, of course, they sabotage them by putting them in select theaters, and they run very minimal commercials. But You know, black people, when we really want to see something, if you present it in a well manner, we'll go see it. Go look at the numbers for Black Panther and some of the other movies over the last few years. But you have to have good quality and a good storyline. We're not just gonna line up and buy shit just because, oh, it's black owned, it's black. Yeah, but I support black businesses, but your quality gotta be up there, dude. I'm not gonna just support it just cause. You know, and I applaud Romeo and Master P, but I think they could have did a better movie, and I think they could have did a whole nother thing. They didn't have to do I Got the Hookup Part 2. I mean, honestly, out of if we're gonna do the 10 format, I give it 5 out of 10. If we were doing Star, I give it 1.5 out of 5. Real shit, real shit, man. And it was better than How High 2. You know, it was better than How High 2. I've seen some worse movies. It was better than The Trap. I give you that. It was better than The Trap. But yeah, I got the hook up too. 1.5 stars out of 5. 5 out of 10. We gonna do that format. But I mean, it's one of those you get what you get movies. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for, or you get what you plug in your Fire Stick. It's one of those joints. It's nothing to go home and write about. It's not even nothing to really say, yo, did you see that part when he did this or he did? It was just a cool, laid back thing, man. So if y'all seen it, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm out.